Hey, Gainesville real estate fans, it's your Gainesville real estate tech guy slash broker. Wanted to talk today about overpricing, which is something that's very tempting to do right now because it's a seller's market. There's not many homes on the market, and the ones that are on the market a lot of times get bid up because there's multiple buyers. But I'm here to tell you that the worst thing you can do as a seller is overprice, because the longer it sits on the market, the worse you're going to do over time. So I'm going to show you some data for the city of Gainesville over the last year. 2,200 homes have sold in the city of Gainesville. Average sales price is about $270,000. Now, of the homes that sold quickly, like within a month, those only went $2,500 under list. So in other words, whoever bought it paid almost a full list price minus just about $2,500. That number goes up if it's sold in the second month to $4,300. In the third month, if it takes you up to 90 days, that number goes to $10,000 on average. And if your home sits on the market more than 3 months, on average in Gainesville in the last year, that means that you took over $20,000 under your original list price. Now, when I say original list price, I mean the price you choose when you first put it on the market, not the one your realtor talks you into dropping it to later. A good realtor will tell you right up front what your home is probably worth, and they won't want you to price it higher than that. A bad realtor will convince you that somehow they have magic powers and can get you more than what it's worth, and they can't. Sometimes you get lucky in those situations where you price too high. You end up getting a buyer who just loves your house, and maybe they pay a little more than what they should. But generally speaking, if you price it too high, it's going to sit, and over time, fewer people come to see it. And during this time, you're paying mortgage, you're paying property taxes, you're paying insurance. So as a guy who's been in the business a long time, and I'm a numbers guy, the single worst thing you can ever do as a seller is overprice, because it only hurts you in the long run. You end up probably getting less money than you would if you priced aggressively. I always tell people, price aggressively, because the more aggressively you price it, the more buyers you're going to get, and the more chance you're going to get multiple offers, which can result in the sales price going over what you are listed it at, which we see fairly often in this market. But still, even though it is a seller's market, we still see homes that are priced way too high. And sometimes it's not the realtor's fault. Sometimes the seller just has a number in their head. Other times we have realtors who will, hey guy, I can get you more than what the other guy says, because they know that you're going to drop it eventually. The market is what the market is. Your house is worth what it's worth. No realtor can change that. They can do certain things to maybe market it a little more, maybe bring some more buyers in. But generally speaking, what you get for your house is what it's worth on the open market, and what you're paying for in a commission is someone to manage that deal for you, help bring you a buyer, and get you from listing the house to the closing date with as little hassle as possible, hopefully resulting in the best price. But don't overprice it. I'm going to put this chart up again for you. Remember, the longer it sits, the worse you're going to do. As promised, in every video, I show you one of the animals we've taken in, because we rescue potbelly pigs, dogs, cats, bearded dragons, among others. This is Cooper. Cooper's a beagle. Cooper's a little psychotic, as you can tell. He was left behind. His owner had to move, and he didn't have a home, so we took him in. He's a good boy, healthy, pretty normal. Most of our animals are old and very abnormal, but Cooper's pretty normal. Just a little nutty. You can tell he's not too happy about being on my lap right now. But so Cooper is the rescue for this video. Say hey, Cooper.